こんにちは、てふてふです。今日はこのエグゾプライマルやっていこうと思います。いやー、前回のね、ダーバン戦ちょっとね、楽しかったんだけど、十字架になってるキャラクターを素早く蘇生するみたいな、そういうサポーターがね、まだいないんで、そういう系も来てもいいと思うかなっていう。あと、ショットガン系もいないんでね、ショットガン系もありかな、アタッカーで。一人おらんやねんか。洞窟か。
You will now engage in a dinosaur combat test. Exofighters, follow the Watcher. Initiating dinosaur cull mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summoning raptors.
Normal Raptor.これの取り回しが上がってるらしいけど。いえ。
You are completing objectives faster than the enemy. Follow the Watcher. Proceed to next mission. Initiating dinosaur cull mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summoning raptors. Summoning Sinornithosauruses. Power shot.
Let's enjoy.
Summoning Dilophosaurus. Summoning Sinornithosauruses.
Yay!
Dinosaur call. You are completing objectives slower than the enemy team. Follow the Watcher.
このレベルになるとやっぱりボットより全然優秀だね。
Dinosaur cull mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summoning Pachycephalosauruses. Summoning Sinornithosauruses.
マジ外したんだけど。ほい。ナイスー。
Dinosaur call. You are completing objectives slower than the enemy team. Initiating dinosaur cull mission. Preparing combat area. Please wait. Summoning a carnage.
よう知ってんね。
Summoning raptors.
見えへん。
Carnotaurus is on the move. Summoning raptors. You're mine.
よいしょー。よいしょー。これ味方がいねえんじゃん。やべえ、死んだ。にゃーん。やばいやばい、誰もおらんのだか。お味方さんが誰もおらんのだか。 俺は負けたな。
Get hasty now. You're mine. Overdrive ready.
Enemy team has progressed to the final mission. Act quickly to close the performance gap.
Enemy frozen. Power shot.
Nyaku!
You are completing objectives slower than the enemy.
だいぶ遅い気がする。
Estimated time.
だいぶ遅い気がする。
Mission. The final mission will be energy take.
ゴミ拾い。
Energy cartridges
あ
located
ー
throughout the battlefield. You may hostile exo fighters and take their energy cartridges.
今一瞬敵見えんかった。なぜか。
You're mine.
Summoning Pachycephalosaurus.
へへへへへへざまーん。でも前行ってるな。
Hostile exo fighter eliminated. Energy acquired. Energy cartridges have been placed. A dominator has been generated for your team. Use the
味方。
dominator to commandeer a dinosaur and attack the enemies. Hostile exo fighter eliminated. Energy acquired.
いや、これ壊すか。
You're my backstop.
ほい。
Hostile exo fighter eliminated. Energy acquired. 25 cartridges acquired. Initiating environmental
えざえざ。
Dinosaurs will be removed. Summoning raptors. Summoning Dilophosaurus. Summoning pteranodons.
You're my backstop.
New energy cartridges will appear soon.
ボット動かねえ。棒立ち。
You're mine.
Energy cartridges have been placed. I have awarded the enemy team a dominator. They may invade with a hostile dinosaur.
Good look now.
Woo! Wee! Woo! 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 Wee!
Initiating environmental.
えいてやめろ
Dinosaurs will be removed.
You've got good timing.
Summoning pteranodons. Summoning raptors. Summoning Dilophosaurus. New energy
いやマジそれとやり合うの
cartridges soon.
I own
俺は勝てんだろ
Warning. The enemy team has activated the dominator. Enemy controlled dinosaur.
ナイスすばらすばら
Prioritize its destruction. Hostile exo fighter eliminated. Energy acquired. Energy cartridges have been placed. The enemy team's victory is near. Demonstrate the necessary skills to avoid
You're my backstop.
Dominator activated. Take advantage of this unique asset and defeat the enemies. The enemy team has nearly reached its goal. Work together with your teammates to stop them. Hostile exo fighter eliminated. Energy acquired. Combat test
What the?
complete. The enemy team fulfilled
終わった
its objectives first. You are defeated. Repeat.
いや、ボットはやっぱり良くないね、PVP は。弱いっていうか、働いてねえじゃねえか。20% ダウンはエグすぎるやろ。
The sweet taste of success.
Behold, the best exo fighters in this war.
久しぶりに表彰台。俺さっき2枚もらったんだけど、終わりってこと？
Okay.
バレン使いの切り札。
While I fasten the cover, and this bird is ready to fly.
It's very heavy. Good thing I'm healing.
Did I ever tell you about the time I nearly died over the Barrett Sea?
Yeah. Is now the time.
Just bear with me. So there we were. Long haul cargo run to Murmansk. Flying through an Arctic storm.
Getting to point, please.
Suddenly, the right engine loses thrust. Then the left. They're cycling, but there's no power. We're losing altitude, dipping the nose to keep ourselves out of a storm. The Arctic Ocean's starting to get real big in that windshield. And we're trying everything to get those engines firing.
Yes, I'm with you. Very good.
That's when I realized it was so cold, there was ice forming on the fuel filters, blocking the flow. The engines were starving.
And so you fix and save the day, all done.
That's when I remembered the APU.
Anyone? Ace? Dolders?
That's right, the auxiliary power unit. I fired her up and let her overheat. Could have blown up at any sec, but it was warm in the fuel, melting ice. We're down to 500 feet when suddenly, wham! The engines come back to life. I can smell the APU cooking from the cockpit, but we made it back in one piece. Okay, you can let go.
I'm glad you survived, Chief, but what is point?
The point is, a jet like this is a machine full of machines. It's got redundancies built in. Cross feeds, backups, manual reversion.
なんか
name it.
怖えな。
There's always something
不向
you
きじゃ
can
ない？
lose to get the job done. Now, we want to jump the carrier back to 2040, but we need more power. I have an idea.
怖っ。怖っ。これで演習がすべて終わります。
Oh, Chief, what's all this?
This is our way to Leviathan. We want to go to 2040. Not enough power. We want to help my sister make her Lozar plan work. Not enough power. As much as I hate to admit he's right, it's like science said. We needed that revolution cylinder. But Durban stole the data, and we couldn't fabricate one here anyway, which meant we were out of luck. Unless we use a substitute.
The transmission cable linked to the carrier's generator drive shaft.
Right. The problem with this little vortexer is not enough torque. It can't spin fast enough to generate the kind of vortex we need.
So Chief linked it up to military-grade jet engine shaft.
I always knew this bird would get us off the island. What I didn't know was I'd have to turn her into a time machine to do it. Sandy's working on the calculations now.
Sandy, is this really going to get us back to 2040?
Based on the firmware update we received from Dr. Garrett Sines, we have ample power to travel back to 2040 and confront Leviathan.
And hopefully not back to Middle Ages like Beketoa.
You mean you don't want to be a goddess during the Inquisition?
You tell joke, but where's Lev?
I have records of the vortexes that transport Ace to the wargame in 2040. We can follow Leviathan's example.
Not comforting.
And as for
エースが何回も飛び込んでたのは無駄じゃなかったと。
Look at this.
Baboom. Lozo. Running this thing in reverse really works.
We're going to take off, jump the carrier back to 2040, fly to the Leviathan's core platform, and turn Leviathan's fuel tanks into a ticking time bomb.
There's just a matter of Durban. Who knows we're coming, by the way?
Ace will be ready to take care of that.
Chief, all this
めちゃく
sounds
ちゃ強かったけどね。
ridiculously dangerous. Not that I'm backing out or anything, but
Let me finish up here. Then we'll talk.
さあ、ラストムービーかな。でもあと 3% はあるんだよね。
there it is. We now know more about this island than anyone else on Earth.
In multiple timeline color code.
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
わかりやすい。
All pieces. Well, simple is a relative term, of course. Look, this is what started it all. The Origin suit's pilot
一番最初の
tries to go
未来が
back in time and prevent his future
スタ
by
ートだと。
destroying Leviathan, but ends up hurled back to the Cretaceous period. That's the first change in the timeline. Nadi dies, and his exosuit stays buried for millions of years. Ibius finds the exosuit and the futuristic technology. It blows their minds. They reverse engineer it, and they realize they've got their hands on an energy revolution.
Heisel. And because they are greedy, unscrupulous bastards, they build a world full of stratovators, all golden goose equipped, to drill into the past and break down space-time, overseen by an unprecedented AI developed from Origin Suit Tech, which was exactly the world Nadi wanted to prevent.
Which cues up Future Past You. Future Past You goes back to prevent Ibius from getting Golden Goose, and thus the second alteration of the island's history occurs, and the timeline changes again. The entire Bickertoan culture comes from Future You going too far back in time and being mistaken for a goddess. Then we have a lull in the time travel antics with not much happening until 2020, but 2020 hits, and wham! Ibius finds the Origin suit, and the entire cycle begins again.
And so we come to August 16th, 2040. Ibius gives Leviathan full control of the Stratovator's Golden Goose array, with nobody realizing it is obsessed with developing exosuits. Next thing we know, dinosaurs are raining from the sky all over Island. Leviathan makes itself perfect exosuit testing ground.
Right. So, Haruka tries to destroy Leviathan, but she can't, because she can't create enough Lozol to do the job. She's got Yannick Nadi on her side, or some echo of him that's still bouncing around the IBS systems, but somehow Leviathan catches on to what they're doing.
Surprise, surprise, machine programmed by amoral maniacs is amoral maniac.
Leviathan purges all the Lozol off the Stratovator control platform, which explodes and sends the cable crashing down on the island.
The Bickertour incident.
Dr. Garrett Signs escapes alive, but Golden Goose is lost in the wreckage. Ibius stands to lose their Hyzal energy revolution.
And in the meantime, Leviathan still running war games on the island, repeating the Bickertour incident day after day, time after time. All while space-time distortions and dinosaurs become a damn pandemic, and innocent people all over the world pay the price.
Ibius creates problem, then sells world the solution. They form exofighter squads, and we crash on the island, and Leviathan gets aced as a new plaything for the war game. Magnum, Turbin, Dr. Signs, and God knows how many others all arrive on the same way in their own separate timelines.
Now, Magnum thought he'd found a way out when he got part of Golden Goose, but that only made him a target for Durbin.
マグナムやっぱりあの時死んでたんだ。
Little did we know we were up against the most deadly foe of all. Me, with 2 arms.
You forgot part about them being disgusting grave robbers, using corpse to do dirty work.
Zombies. Ugh.
Anchor Division, Haruka, Golden Goose, and... zombies. All of it, it's all there.
What I don't understand.
その最強のベヒモスを作った後だよね。何がしたいのか。
Become obsessed. Dinosaurs, self-preservation. There's no way for a computer to behave.
Well, I think we've all seen just how little it takes for a really good AI to develop into something more.
Compliment acknowledged.
Oh, so much history, all of it leading to us, right here, right now.
I mean, you could almost call it fate. And look at us. Haruka's brother, Durbin's doppelganger, the goddess of Bikatoa herself, and Ace, the best exo fighter in the fleet.
Second best.
Yes, right. Sorry, Reg. The point is, out of thousands of exo fighter crews out there, it's come down to us.
But the chart is missing one thing.
What's that, Chief?
We're about to be the most important thing that ever happened on this island. Sandy,
Understood.
Perfect.
Destroy Leviathan。さあ、97% きましたよ。なぜ開かない？なぜ開かない？ということで、今回はこの辺で終わりたいと思います。次回、もしくは次回で終わるかなと。まあ、次はイベント戦があると思うので、次やって、で、脱出っていうイベントがあるかなと。2回やったとしても、2回ともおそらくイベント戦かなとは思うので、気合い入れてやっていきましょう。では、お疲れ様でした。